So today we're going to be looking at the Korkers Whitehorse boot. These are boots I've had for about 2 years, so they have gotten some use, meaning there will be no glamour shots, except for a couple things I want to go over. But otherwise, this is my review. So the main thing about these boots is the BOA lacing system, and it's instead of your traditional boot laces, you just have this dial that you turn, and that tightens these steel strings, which then in turn tightens the boot down. My only complaint about this boot with the BOA system is that down here towards the center of the foot, it doesn't really tighten down unless you really pull on it and then kind of like work it way up. However, that's not too big of an issue for me, as I just like to have a lot of ankle support around here, which you can lace these up plenty tight. To take out the BOA laces, all you do is just pop it out, and it's super easy to do that, and then just pull on the tongue. So these boots are a size 11 or 11 and a half. I wear a size 10, and I always recommend buying a size up for wading boots, unless it's a wet wading boot, because you're going to be stuffing a neoprene sock in it, and maybe a liner sock underneath, or if it's in the winter, you're going to be stuffing 1 or 2 pairs of wool socks down it. As for the comfort factor of these boots, I think they're super comfy, especially with my waders. I've walked miles in these boots, and it's like a good old-fashioned hiking boot. So there's that. These boots do feature drainage ports, and so instead of all this material clinging on to water, it drains, and also all the materials are hydrophobic, so it's going to have a tougher time holding on to all that water, which makes it very lightweight boot for what it is. Another thing you'll notice about these boots is everywhere they're stitching, it's 3 layers of stitches, and they call it that protective stitch. I'll have an up-close picture here, and that's just to ensure durability and help with the overall function. These boots aren't not going to wear out in you. In 2 years of waiting in the heat, in the cold, extreme cold, you only see a little bit of use here, a little bit of wear and tear. Okay. And of course, these boots do come with the standard Korkers Omnitracks. The set I got came with both a felt sole, which is illegal in my state of Missouri, so these are still brand new after 2 years, and then the Klingon sticky rubber sole. I've never had problems with traction with these, so I've never bought the Klingon studded version, but you can buy those, and you can buy sets with just the Klingon and the studded Klingon. But this sole it's super easy to put on. You just stick these tabs in the front of the boot and wiggle it back and forth, and once those are in, you just take this over here, and once that's locked in, all you need to do is stick your foot in it and give it a good old stomp, and all these will lock in. And I've never had a problem with durability and wear and tear, but it is always a good idea after a good long day of waiting to take this off and wash underneath the boot and make sure there's a lot of gravel, or make sure there's no gravel. My one major complaint about this boot is there's no place for a gravel guard tab to go in, because most gravel guards have a little hook that you can lock onto your boots, and here you kind of have to lace it on kind of awkwardly with these two, and sometimes that's popped loose for me. It's not a huge deal because the gravel guards still stay below and it keeps sand and all that good stuff out, but it's just kind of annoying to put it there. And I know the Devil's Canyon boot has, the Korkers Devil Canyon boot has it, but the Whitehorse does not. But in all honesty, that's not a huge complaint, and that's honestly my biggest complaint, so everything else is positive. Like I said, they're super comfy, they offer plenty of support up here, easy to get in and out of, they dry very quickly, so it helps prevent the spread of invasive species, and honestly, I can't say very much bad about this boot. So anyways, that is my review of the Korkers Whitehorse boot. It's kind of the mid-range in their line of boots. That you have the buckskin, I think that's what it's called, and then there's another below it, and then above this is the Devil's Canyon and the K5 Bomber, I think that's what it's called. And these boots retail for $180, but you can get them cheaper if they're on sale or wherever. So anyways, that's it. That's my review of the Korkers Whitehorse boot.